Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Maxwell.
I heard you guys wanted to play some fun video games.
Yes, we do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being mean. I don't mean
Oh, right in the dragoon.
First off, before we get into the game, I'll make sure
I've logged you in.
Yeah, we are. Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Do some settings. Get your settings on.
No, we're good. We're signed in as me. That's all I wanted. Just wanted to make sure that way we have all the characters and it's not just Drago versus Drago. I will say I find it very endearing that you still call me Maxwell McBargains.
I know.
After that, like we did that like what? Maybe a total of 5 times.
But it rested
on the show.
deep in the mind.
You guys just can't get over it. I like it.
It was great.
Here we go.
I thought his surname was McBargain. You guys told me it was McBargain.
This is really awkward. It says McBargains on the paper. Why do they still
It's all an elaborate ruse we've been keeping up for months and months.
I feel like we should just whisper the whole time and then you just talk to football.
That's
I
cool.
think that'd be really good.
Yeah, that would be a good dynamic.
Oh, so the game is Killer Instinct. Here we
Yeah.
go. It's back. This game was a big hit back in the late 90s. And then
in the arcades and the Nintendo 64s.
In the arcades and on the Ultra 64, good sir.
What is an Ultra 64?
I think that was what the Nintendo 64 was called before it was called the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Word.
So we're going to play a little versus AI here, and then I think, Danny, you and I will play a little
Oh,
one-on-one here
yes.
in a bit.
I'm going to Drago
We'll
the
just
hell
go
out
in,
of
and I
you.
will show you guys my godlike skills in Killer Instinct.
So this is a
Jago.
Don't be
free-to-play
modest,
title,
Maxwell.
is that
Tell
correct?
us how good you really are at this game.
I'm really not super great, but I have a lot of fun. That's the great thing about Killer Instinct, is that the way the mechanics work are such that you don't necessarily have to be super great at fighting games to still like pull off long combo strings, fancy combos, flashy combos, get those double or triple digit numbers without having to run like a super complicated manual dexterity challenge, which
I like
will
it.
demonstrate here in just a second.
I'm not super keen on the complicated manual dexterity challenges.
Oh, it's going to be... The thing about it is, like, I'm going to sit here and explain it to you. It's way more complicated to explain how
Than
Killer
it is to
Instinct's
actually
combo
do.
system works than to actually play it.
Oh,
I got that
really?
impression.
Yeah.
We had this at a Beat the Pros event, and Ken Lobb, who's a senior designer on it or
Yep.
something, he
He worked on the game or something. I don't
creative director dude. He was explaining it, but it was much easier to just watch him do it than to have him talk
know. I
about.
love how Chief Thunder is just all for users all the time. But yeah, no, it is definitely... So, like, right now, literally, I'm just doing the same input over and over. You'll notice he's breaking it all the time because he's being a jerk. But basically,
Damn it,
certain
Chief.
special moves are considered... They all have different properties. And the way that you build combos is by linking together special moves with normal moves. So on a very like superficial level, I can just sit here and do Jago's shadow kick over and over. And if it connects, it'll automatically combo into some little light kicks there. You seeing those? So it just goes back and forth between shadow kick, light kicks, shadow kick, light kicks. I don't have to pause the game.
What
to explain
buttons are you
that
hitting to do?
Again, it's just this. I don't even have to think about it. I'm just mashing the
It
input
just comes
over and
out of
over.
my fingers.
Now, that's not going to give you the like highest damage or like any extra meter or anything like that.
But it is going to make your opponent feel angry.
It just sort of is a way to make you look cool. And if you're new to the game and just mashing stuff, you can have a fun time.
Okay.
It's basically like learning. Yeah, so you're basically learning how to do a fireball and then chaining it with like a light kick or two and then fireball again.
Yeah.
But it's
So if you
in
wanna
this
get,
case, it's a shadow kick.
if you want to get a little fancy, so like Jago's, the shadow kick there is considered an opener. He's also got this move, the laser sword, which is an opener as well. So I can start a combo with either of those moves, and then let's see if I end my combo correctly. So right there, I ended it with a Shoryuken. I forget what his Shoryuken is called. It's not actually a Shoryuken.
Drago Ruken.
It's a Drago-Ruken. If I end it with that, then it deals the
Drago
sort of
punch?
maximum amount of damage that the combo can do.
Okay.
Different enders
Right.
give you different like properties. So the Shoryuken gives you the most damage. If I end it with a fireball, it'll give me extra meter, which it looks like we actually have the HUD turned off right now.
Yeah,
think
I was
had
gonna
that-
say you're looking pretty lean
I had
there.
that set up because I was capturing some pretty shots last week working on the review. So I will go in and turn that back on now.
Have you chosen the tagline "This planet is ruthless" for yourself?
Oh yeah, it's got all sorts of unlocks.
Because
and
that's
stuff. Here,
great.
Let's dive in. We're going to the options here real quick. Go to our display. Let's actually have the HUD back on. That's probably a good thing to have. And let's make sure our audio is set up correct as
You
well.
can display
and it
hitboxes
is.
as well. That's cool.
Yeah, you can set up hitbox display, and actually the dojo, which I'll talk about in a second, has a really great lesson that tells you all about hitboxes and frame data and all sorts of exciting stuff like that.
Well, this is interesting because you know, Maxwell, you're a huge fan of fighting games,
I am.
and you've written in the past about how sort of fighting game community and these fighting games that higher level players get into often sort of tip their hat in a tutorial mode or something, but don't go as far as to like explain just a few core basics. Like they'll reference hitbox without saying a hitbox is the place where you hit to hit the without explaining that stuff.
Tutorial and education modes, like you're saying, they tend to make a lot of assumptions about what people know about fighting games and sort of the fighting game lexicon. In this game, while it still sort of has the very dry training mode presentation where you're just going through one lesson after another, it does go the extra mile in some respects to explain like what hitboxes are and like how to use frame data. That's something that's actually really cool that I was really excited about is you can turn on frame data for all your moves and special moves, so you can see like when you do a special attack, it has a certain amount of animations where it starts up, and then there's a couple of animations where it's actually hurting the other person, and then it has a couple of animations of recovery, and it tells you like what does all that mean? How can you use it in a fight? How do you set up stuff like frame traps? And just sort of making use of all those numbers.
Cool.
Which is actually really cool, and a lot of fighting games don't give you that extra sort of insight. Right now we're just looking at some of the
sweet
customization options you can do.
So this is free to play?
Oh my goodness, it's a whole thing. So you can download the game free.
Okay.
And you can play all the Jago versus Jago. You can Jago versus Jago during the morning, and you can Jago versus Jago at night. You can Jago versus Jago online. Actually, you can do Jago versus anybody online.
Okay.
You can take your Jago online and fight whoever.
That's right. You can fight all everybody else who's got Jago versus Jago. You can Jago all night long. So you can also so I'm being a little bit confused. But you get to play as Jago in the free version against the CPU. You can fight against everybody. You can see what they look like. A little bit of a teaser. You can take them online, fight against whoever. And if you're ready to open your wallet and give to Killer Instinct, you can pay five Xbox bucks, which I think are just $5 American dollars now.
Yep.
And you can unlock an additional character. So each character is $5. Next tier
choose
up
a character?
from that, you can pick. Oh, it's just random. They just give you a random
like a
character,
chest.
and they're just like, "Hope you got the one you wanted."
Jago. I already had it.
You get your bonus Jago just in case you lose the first one. No, so you pay $5 per character.
Red Jago.
There is actually a Shadow Jago.
Dark Jago, of course.
And then I think the next tier up from that is the $20 option, which gets you all the characters that are sort of in Season 1, as they're calling it.
Okay.
So I think
So that's basically the full game.
Pretty much.
And then but Season 1 is sort
Season
of the opening
1,
roster
you get the
characters.
6 characters to start, who we just saw, and then they've also got 2 more coming on the way. So you'll get those as well.
So you could think of those other 2 as DLC.
Yes.
And then if you're buying Season 1, so you're getting all the current plus those 2 who are coming.
So it's like a $20 game then.
Well, then you can go 1 tier higher.
Oh, what?
You can pay $40.
Why would I do that, Maxwell?
Oh my goodness. $40 gets you all the characters. It gets you some extra cosmetic stuff, some costumes and accessories, and it gets you the Xbox Live release of the original arcade game. Which is pretty cool. So right now, Yellow Orchid is wailing on me with her Instinct ability, which allows her to summon electronic cats that run me over.
Puma attack.
I don't have... My Instinct meter is that little yellow meter underneath my health bar, and it is not full yet, so I can't summon my electric cat. Let's see if I can actually
You can summon her...
Nope, I can get combo broken though.
So so the whole pricing thing with Killer Instinct I think is really interesting, and I think it's really cool that they're trying new stuff out.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely indicative of sort of this new console generation, almost embracing some of the more fluidity of the PC gaming space in terms of pricing.
Yeah, and fighting games too have a lot of trouble with just attracting an audience of people who aren't already super familiar with fighting games and being accessible. And I feel like this is definitely a new experiment in the genre to try to bring in more fresh faces, as it were. Because this game is experimenting with its own version of free-to-play. Then there's like Tekken Revolution, which has a free-to-play model, and I don't know if the Dead or Alive free-to-play version is out yet or not, but there are a lot of different experiments going on in the genre with free-to-play stuff. Let's grab that other. Hey, Danny, you want to reach up there and grab that other?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Danny.
Slow down a little bit here.
Step up to the streets.
The mean streets Killer Instinct. Right before we get into that, this is also something that's pretty cool. So the game right now doesn't have any sort of narrative-focused mode, like a story mode or anything like that.
Okay.
But it does have these trials. And these are sort of the game's way to make you feel like really accomplishing something, and to keep you coming back and trying new stuff. And there's a whole bunch of these. The game just picks 4 of them at random to show here on the home screen. But what's kind of neat is that if you see one you like, you can just click on it and it'll take you right to whatever it was. I'm not sure what that was. I think it was.
This was some dojo.
It was
thing,
like
right?
I think it was get a 20% like damaging combo or something with Glacius. So it'll just pull you right into whatever mode you need to be. It'll assign you the correct character. It'll just set you up so you can just dive right into attempting said challenge.
Glacius. He's a glacier.
He is a glacier. And then completing the challenges gets you in-game currency, and then you take your in-game currency to buy yourself costumes and cosmetics.
In the dojo?
Why wouldn't there be birds in the dojo?
Because they turn into a man.
They're spirit
Somebody
birds.
left the dojo open overnight.
The dojo
birds
window.
got in here.
There's
All right,
a real
let's
passive-aggressive note on the
do a little
dojo
local
door
play.
the next morning.
I'm gonna hit this controller on, so we may need to.
Oh yeah,
cut away.
let's look out here real
Yeah,
quick, just in
just-
case it self-detonates.
Maxwell, what does KP stand for?
KP.
Killer point. Killer point.
Kill points?
You had to go and steal my thunder on that one. Yes, KP. I believe it is. I'm almost 100%.
Isn't
sure
that
it's
what
killer
they
points.
do? What they say when you're like doing like cleaning latrines in the military? It's
Think of killer
KP.
point. Oh really? Is
Yeah.
it KP duty?
That's a thing.
Killer points.
No, not killer points.
Yo, you earning killer point by cleaning the stuff. You unlock the points,
I'm
and then you
kill
can.
so many people now.
And they're like, I got 5 KP. It's well, here's a new pair of pants.
Well, that's not what happens in the movies that I'm referencing. But I don't know.
All right, you're in. Let's do some player versus player.
All right, let's see this. Danny, who are you gonna choose?
Might I suggest Jago?
I feel like you have a pretty strong affinity for Jago.
I'm gonna try to do some stuff with Thunder. I keep trying to play Thunder,
we haven't
and
seen
it never
any
really.
Glacius
And I
yet.
got myself that.
I
bear
want to be a
hat.
glacier.
Nice.
You can try to be Glacius.
I'm gonna be global warming
He's kind
man.
of tough to just pick up.
Does he have gills?
He's got like 3 fingers. And they're, like,
He's got a lot of
He
stuff
seems
going
like a
on.
confusing
What
amalgam
stage have
of
we not seen? Let's
things.
check out the spider stage.
is there a glacier stage?
There is a Glacier
Yes.
stage, but sometimes it gets a little hard to see Glacius on
Yeah,
the
that's
Glacius stage because there's a lot of blue and a lot of snow going on. And you'll notice that Glacius is both blue and white, so he kind of blends in really well.
Well,
with
that was
stage.
probably like an adaptive advantage he developed.
true.
And, you know, his people developed over centuries.
Are there birds in every level?
It's part of his opening.
Okay.
He's got a whole bird thing going on. You go to his stage, there are birds in the background. There's going to be birds when I beat you. You know.
I'm a glacier man. You can't beat me.
So I don't have no idea what Glacius' moves are, really.
Right, either do I.
He's got a fireball somewhere.
Why would he have a fireball? He's a glacier.
He summons. Well, it's an ice. Look, see, it's an ice ball.
Okay.
You got to go and nitpick on me.
I do.
I'm just gonna.
Yep.
I'm just gonna work those ankles.
Get away from my glacier's ankles. Okay. Oh,
That's my favorite thing in the game right there. If you listen real close. Oh, that's the full round. If you listen real close
do
to
that
when
to him all the
Chief
time.
Thunder
Oh, look, I'm down
steps
Sim.
on the dude's chest after the throw, it's like a can of Pringles being crushed all at once. It's just, it's the gnarliest sound. It's so good.
Glacius is
It's my favorite thing. He kind of is. He's got real crazy reach.
Bam.
He's got
Bam.
he's got a move. He's got one of the few like completely unblockable special moves in the game where he'll summon a little glacier dude will pop up out of the ground.
It was a glacier.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, so good. It's so
And like as
good.
he twists, right?
I know
it's-
he's just digging the heel in there and just working it. Yeah,
Bam.
Glacius is the jerk. So his you just used or finished up on his instinct meter, and what that does is it gives him that super armor, and so that allows him to take a hit. He still takes some damage, but he won't like stop whatever attack he's doing.
Okay.
So you can sort of power through other people's attacks.
Oh, I just made my glacier man, dude.
Now see, now do that again. Do that again. It's completely
Bam,
unblockable.
glacier shard.
Boom.
Yeah.
Like I can try to block that, but it won't work out. And then the different strengths that you do with that attack will summon them in different places.
I'll just keep doing that then.
Well,
Oh wait, no.
if I'm next to you, there's one that summons them right next to you.
I like that
Yeah,
one.
see, there you go. See, you just hit buttons
Yeah.
and combos happen.
That was pretty nice. Also,
You don't get the most out of them if you do it that way, but at least, you know, you can do stuff that looks cool. And sometimes that's what you just want to do in a fighting game.
You just want
wanna
to do
some
stuff that looks
Yeah.
cool,
That looks
and
cool.
occasionally you want to hear it say combo.
We have not been doing
breaker."
nearly enough combo breakers.
I
can go
heard
to the
Danny did one a second ago.
It was by accident, Chris.
If we go into the dojo, I can show you guys some of the dojo stuff, and we'll do the combo breaker lesson, which is full of combo breakers.
How do I do things where I turn into smoke?
That was
That's a me thing.
Oh, okay.
That's my instinct is it gives my dash. I can dash through you. So now that my instinct's over, I can no longer
Yes.
dash through
Do
you.
you
So
turn
it
into
gives
birds
it
when you
gives
do that?
yes, I do. There are birds involved. I'm telling you, everything with this guy is birds. But it helps give Thunder a little bit more mobility because he's kind of a slow dude. He's a big old dude with some axes.
I'm a glacier.
He doesn't get around super quick. You're a glacier.
Nothing slower than a
Known
glacier.
for their speed and
And I'm just gonna
deadliness in
walk
a
away.
fight.
My other favorite thing in the game, the bear hat for Chief Thunder.
Yeah.
So good.
That's pretty good.
All right, let's do another one, and then I'm gonna pop out and I'll show you the dojo.
All right. I'm gonna be Orchid.
The orchid. I'm gonna try some saber.
Oh, I want to say that. Yeah, okay.
No,
wanna
be
you
Spider
could be
Lady.
Saberwolf.
Yeah, I
Be
want
the
to be
Spider Lady.
I want to be Saberwolf.
Okay, you be Spider. I'll try to do some Spider Lady stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't really messed around with her yet.
Oh, you haven't unlocked yellow yet.
I know.
Oh, that is hideous.
Get the teaser colors.
Yeah. Oh, look, he's got like a skin disease. He's like, he needs more.
Is that
I
what
know,
an
he needs-
albino
he needs some more
Saberwolf looks
vitamin
like?
D.
It's just
He needs to
really
get outside.
light-colored hair.
He's
You
got
know,
a.
He's just
yeah.
he's looking a little ill here. Like we'll do Glacius.
Oh, I'm gonna be slightly harder to see. Sadira looks weird.
I
Yeah.
like that you still have some pants on, though, Saberwolf.
I gotta be, you know,
You got more pants on than Sandira does.
want my wolf dong hanging out.
Yes, he
Yes,
does.
very true.
Yeah.
She must be freezing.
I know it's real cold out
Her
right
mother
now.
saw
Her
her
face
now.
is warm though.
Yeah.
She's got that nice face.
She's Vega then, right? Is there a chain link fence in this level anywhere?
Oh man.
There is a spaceship. Is Glacius
yeah.
from space?
Glacius. Okay, let me get into, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, there's not a story mode, but if you
Come on, hit me with some lore, Maxwell.
Every character stage has a little bit of their backstory built into it. So yeah, Glacius, he's got a spaceship. He may or may not have crash landed on our planet from parts far away.
Question mark, question mark,
Question mark,
Sounds a
mark,
bit like he
question mark.
did.
I wonder if it's like a Beast Wars kind of situation though. Like, was he always a glacier man, or did he crash land and was just sort of an alien? And then there was snow all around, and he was like, "Well, I guess I'll be a snow monster."
I guess
to
that's
adapt to
what this
planet.
planet is like.
Yeah, I guess
just
this is
everything
what it's all
encased
about.
in ice. And then he went to, he went a few latitude degrees south and was like, "Oh crap!
Oh man.
Wait a minute! I've
Really-
been bamboozled.
I really messed that
I
one
really
up."
should have put some more thought into this.
Pick volcano.
There we go. That
Leave
was
me
an
alone.
actual
I'm just a
combo.
simple wolf man.
Danny, do some more ankle bite attacks.
You
Yeah.
can kind of work the ankles, just like Chief Thunder.
Yeah.
There's a combo breaker.
That is a pretty awesome percussive noise.
It is. It's great. I love it.
It's so good. I'll tell you, you know what? It happens all the time. Never gets old. Always
Press
enjoyable. Look, just go ahead
HP plus
and get me. There you go.
HK.
I'm gonna do some HP plus HK right now.
Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah. All right. So you.
Uh-oh.
All right. So when I don't even know how this works. I got like air dashes. I can summon spider webs onto the map somehow.
I hate spiders.
Well, then you're not gonna like this.
They're not actual spiders, Danny. Just spider
There it
houses.
is.
Oh, all right.
Summon spider
their
webs. They
heads.
will interrupt you. I apparently cannot use them while I'm getting hit though. Oh man, Saberwolf. Saberwolf is so gross. He just hits. He just hits and he never stops.
And all of his legs and arms are pointy.
Yeah, every bit of him is pointy and hurt. He can also. So you noticed earlier, Chief Thunder, when I was doing my instinct mode, he was able to dash through people. Saberwolf can actually dash through people all the time, regardless.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's super nimble like that.
Biting
leave me
your ankles
alone.
a bunch.
I've got like a jumping fireball and I don't know how to do it.
I just ate that one. I ate that one.
Yup, you're still eating that one,
I
actually.
need to kill this combo somehow.
You need to- if only there was some way to stop
All right.
it. Yeah.
Yay, Max, let me
So we're
win.
one for
Away,
one.
Wolfie.
Let's pop into the dojo real quick. I'll show you some dojo.
What does
All
my
right.
guy say?
He says, "Rawr."
He also said this planet is ruthless.
This planet is ruthless.
That's actually a
Oh, sorry.
Glacius quote.
Oh, is it?
If you want to see, here, I'll show you the. So it's got a player card thing. A lot of fighting games have this now. You can go online. You can set your little background.
set the background for your snowboard.
You can get a little icon and
This
set
was
your
totally
icon.
not
on
taken
I
from
know.
Street Fighter 4.
No. You can set your taunts. You can unlock stuff with the KI store using KP points. Yeah, let's go into. We'll show the dojo. We'll do the combo break. So, like I was saying, it's got a bunch of basic lessons, a bunch of advanced lessons. I've not finished them all yet, but it takes you through navigation, basic attacks, special attacks, all that good stuff. Some basic combo stuff, how the mechanics work, breakers. The most important one, the one I was talking about earlier, is over here where it talks about hitboxes.
Wow.
Hitboxes explanation is good. The frame data explanation is
data.
really good, and the frame traps explanation is really good. So I'm really happy to see those three lessons in there, and for this game to actually touch on proper frame data usage. That's
Cool.
Are you
That's really
saying this
cool.
game could make me as good as you at this
I
game?
think if you just spent a few hours with this game, you'd probably be about as good as I
Yeah.
am. No, I'm just hating on you.
No, that's not true.
He
I
could
would
kill
still
me.
romper stomp you.
But yeah, let's pop in. Let's show the combo. Let's show like this combo right now. because combo breakers are my favorite part of the game.
Cool. Well, you get this queued up. I want to remind you folks that we are giving away games during this live stream on Twitter. We're giving away copies of Forza Motorsport 5 and Dead Rising 3. So if you tweet to @GameSpot using hashtag Dead Rising 3 or hashtag Forza 5, we are going to enter you in a drawing to win one of those games for the Xbox One. And make sure you're following GameSpot because winners will be notified by direct message.
And that contest is for US only.
Aren't they all, Danny? Aren't they all?
I'm actually going to pop out real quick.
Yeah, cause laws.
Because laws.
Cause laws, man. We'd love to give stuff away to all our international fans, but laws.
Thanks,
what are you gonna
Obama.
do? Ugh, laws. They're
Jacob's,
tearing this country apart.
Jacob's costume was looking a little funky just now, so I
Kevin
wanted to
agrees.
pop out and fix that real quick.
You're gonna pop out to fix his costume?
His costume was looking a little funky.
Wow.
Is he not
Sometime-
coordinated?
He was not. He was not coordinated correctly.
Are you a stickler for costume
Look,
coordination here,
I got a
Maxwell?
whole thing about things need to match up correctly.
Okay.
I gotta have my feng shui.
Yeah,
you know.
apparently.
Don't question it.
Holodeck. Is this the part where the holodeck controls go crazy and then they all spit out into the Enterprise?
It's more like an X-Men thing where they got the hard light system.
Okay.
I like to think of it.
Yeah, the danger room.
So basically, as you're seeing, he's attacking me with heavy attacks. So if I hit both of my heavy buttons, I do a combo breaker. Because you want to match the heavy attacks with the heavy buttons.
Okay.
If they line up correctly, you get the breaker.
But if you use medium buttons
if you use
instead,
the medium buttons, it's going to go lockout. Right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And you just get wailed on for a couple
you
of
do a
seconds.
pretty good KI announcer impression, Maxwell.
Actually, there's actually in the KI store there is an alternate announcer pack, which I have not unlocked yet. I'm
Alternate?
very curious to see.
Is it like a real buttoned up British woman?
combo breaker?
Combo breaker.
Combo breaker.
Combo breaker.
Combo breaker.
All right. I'm going to combo breaker this segment and say that we're done with Killer Instinct,
Sick
folks, and we're
burn.
moving on to
This guy.
another
This
game.
guy right here.
Yes.
I'm bailing out.
That's all I got.
Bailing
Maxwell,
out,
thank
bro.
you so much for coming on, showing it off. Killer Instinct review live on the
Killer
site.
Instinct review in progress.
Okay.
When I was working on it last week, they hadn't really flipped the switch yet on the online multiplayer.
Right.
So I wanted to wait until that was up and running before doing the full review. But there is a review in progress on the site now. You guys can check it out. It's
Yep.
got sort of my thoughts and impressions on the game's mechanics.
Cool. So check that out for more on Killer Instinct, and stay tuned later this week when the full review will be hitting once Maxwell gets a chance to combo break people's faces online. Thanks, dude.
I think you mean it kick some butt.
I did mean that.